Hi guys, so today I have another cooking video for you guys, and this is something I made when we had the snowstorm and I had to use up a lot of ingredients before they went bad. So here we go. So what you're going to need for this one pot chicken and broccoli fettuccine is a half of onion, a half a onion, two chicken breasts, okay? And you want to cut these up depending on how you like it. You could do strips, you could do little chunks, you could do big chunks. I like to do like, 1.5 inch to 2 inch chunks, okay? Get it nice and chunky and meaty for the kids and husband. All right, so just cut up the two chicken breasts. If you want more chicken, you can definitely add more, but I'm pretty much just going with the recipe that I kind of came up with while we had the blackout. We had no power, we had no generator at the time. It took us a few days to get the generator, so I was using this little tiny $10 grill that I found in Walmart to cook with outside. So I'll post some pictures so you guys could see, and then we'll finish off. So to season the meat, I'm using 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. You can season depending on what you like. I'm also using a teaspoon or a half teaspoon of black pepper, half teaspoon of paprika powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon onion powder. I'm also going to add some oil in there, just a little bit, just so that the seasoning can stick onto the meat and make sure it gets all those nice yummy flavors. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter into a large pot. This pot needs to be big enough for your pasta and your meat and your broccoli to fit in, okay? Also, guys, apologize for the constant fire alarm beeping. I just changed the battery and one started again, so I have to go find that one. But anyways, once you get your butter nice and melted, add in your onion and then go ahead and add in your chicken as well. I'm also going to go ahead and put in some dry thyme that I have in the fridge. You can use fresh thyme. The dry thyme I have was fresh and it dried over time. That's funny, it dried over time. So I'm gonna add that in. Also added in some parsley and some oregano, about a half a tablespoon's worth of parsley and a half teaspoon's worth of oregano. Now add in 1 cup of creamer. I had heavy cream available, so that's what I used. I also sprinkled in just a bit more of the paprika powder. You can definitely add in more spices depending on what you personally like as far as, flavors and things like that, okay? So now after adding in 1 cup of creamer, that's heavy cream that I use, I'm gonna go ahead and add in 5 to 6 cups of water. You can use chicken stock or you can use chicken broth, whatever it is that you like. I'm using water because that's what I had available to me during the blackout and the storm and stuff. So that's what I'm using. I kind of wanted to recreate this meal for you guys. All right, you guys, now you're going to need 1 box of your pasta. You can choose any pasta you want. It could be anything. I just used fettuccine. So what I'm going to do is just break it in half. You can definitely break it smaller, which will help it cook faster. A little bit, nothing too dramatic, but it will be easier to stir in the pot if it's broken a bit smaller. I'm going to add in a bit of salt and pepper. Remember, season depending on what you like. And just a bit more garlic powder as well. You want to put the heat up high so you can bring this to a boil. You kind of want to cover it just for a couple of minutes, nothing too long, okay, until the pasta starts getting soft so you're able to move it around. You want to keep stirring the pasta. You don't want it to just sit there and cook, or else it's just going to become one solid piece of pasta, okay? There is salt in there, so it's going to keep it from sticking together a bit, but you still want to move it around because there's also creamer in there, okay? So you want to keep stirring, just keep everything moving and just cover. So give it a good like 5-10 minutes in between each stir session. Once it starts boiling, you're going to want to really make sure you stir, make sure nothing is sticking together, okay? So you're going to notice a bit that the liquid is going to slightly thicken up just a tiny bit. So just give it some time. You do have to still add in cheese, which I'm going to use 1 pack of shredded mozzarella cheese. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the liquid has reduced a lot. So I'm going to add in this cheese, this entire pack. I believe it's 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. You can use any cheese you like. It does not have to be mozzarella. Then I'm gonna go in with some shredded Parmesan cheese as well. And I added in about a half cup of that. And you want to go ahead and just mix it all together. Make sure you lower your heat as well. But here you guys notice that it's starting to thicken up. I also added in a tiny bit of cornstarch. This is about a half teaspoon's worth of cornstarch. Remember, I had to work with whatever I had during the blackout. Okay, so don't judge me. Cornstarch is in a lot of Chinese food and stuff like that, and a lot of products you already use. So hopefully it's not weird or something for you. So now I'm going to add in my broccoli. I'm using frozen broccoli because that's what I used. So yeah, just mix it up. And as you can see, again, like I said, the liquids will reduce and you're going to create like this really nice sauce without, getting like jarred sauce because I didn't have that available. Please do remember this is a recreation of pasta I made without power or stove, okay? Before anyone says that this is not how you make such and such pasta, okay? It's just a recreation of what I did during the blackout. My son came in the kitchen and saw me making this and he asked if I could put cheddar cheese in it. So I went ahead and put in 1/4 cup shredded cheddar cheese just to satisfy him and get him out my kitchen. Okay, so I want you guys to see how this looks. It looks really good. It smells really good and it's super easy to make. It's a lot of food that could feed a lot of people really quickly, and you're just using one pot instead of multiple pots. Remember to add the broccoli towards the end of your pasta being done. It's done when the liquid has reduced and your pasta is fully cooked. You've added the cheese and everything. Okay, so your broccoli can be nice and, slightly cooked but not overcooked. Okay, if you guys make this recipe, tag me on Instagram at Life with Queenie. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell button so you don't miss any new videos. Love you guys. Bye.